I do apologize, we're going to be talking to Amos Guy.
So this Drew Misham was some kind of artist.
Apparently. Did a lot of illustrations for books, I hear. Had a lot of female fans, too, for what it's worth.
Oh, well, I guess his stuff is kind of pretty. Like that oil painting over there, for instance.
Yeah. That wasn't one of his illustrations, actually. Huh? So it was a standalone painting or something? Is that what she means? He was an odd bird, Misham. Hadn't shown his face to anyone until the end.
What do you mean to anyone?
He was always locked up here in his studio, apparently. His only connection to the outside world was through letters he put in that letterbox over there. Letters? Do people still write letters?
What do you mean, Apollo?
I mean, when was the last time you wrote a real letter? Don't most people use email and stuff these days? But Mr. Misham couldn't stand technology, it seems. He did everything by mail.
Maybe you thought that way was more artistic, you know?
Letterbox. Drew Misham's contact with the outside world. It's empty. In any case, the only person besides him allowed in here was his daughter, Vera.
Oh, you mean Regular?
The suspect, please. We took some fingerprints, of course. The only ones found in the room were Mr. Misham's and Vera's, basically.
Basically.
Actually, last night, Mr. Misham gave an interview to a reporter for the first time. It happened during the interview, apparently.
His first interview ever?
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened that night of the murder? So, this woman, Vera, she's Mr. Misham's daughter, right? Yep, a real sickly girl, ever since she was little. Hardly ever went outside.
She did kind of give off a withdrawn sort of aura.
She was homeschooled by her father, apparently. It was quite a scene when they took her to the detention center. She was screaming about how she'd die if they took her outside. That would sound like a scene. In the end, she agreed to leave if she was allowed her good luck charm for company.
Her good luck charm?
Apparently, she had this charm that magically gives her the courage to go outside. Why can't I ever get a normal client?
But why would a shut-in daughter kill her own dad?
Oh, look at me. So, about the poison. It was found to be in his coffee, right? No, not precisely.
Not precisely? What does that mean?
It means see for yourself, I think. Like I said, last night was the first time someone from the outside came into the studio. I guess mysterious painters never go outside, make for good articles. And it just so happened that he died the night of his first interview? At about 9 p.m. every night, Vera always made him a cup of coffee. Last night he drank his usual coffee and suddenly became violently ill.
And died.
Yes.
She poisoned him on the night of his interview. Wouldn't the reporter see?
He wasn't near Mr. Misham when she brought her father his coffee. He was checking out some equipment in the back of the room. Supposedly, that's why she didn't notice he was there. It was the reporter who called the police, in fact. Wait, but why is she the suspect? If anyone's suspicious, it's the reporter! That the reporter never got near Mr. Misham's coffee. Even Vera acknowledges that. Regardless, I want to know more about this reporter. Fuck. I wanted to examine. Look at stuff.
Hey. There's a painting hidden back there.
Hey, you're right.
What if it's embarrassing somehow and he didn't want anyone to see it? It's a penile portrait.
It's a penis! You certainly seem pleased by the possibility.
Huh? It's so normal.
It's hardly something to get mad about.
Huh? What is it, Apollo?
Well, doesn't this painting look like... Never mind.
Van Gogh.
I better get a professional opinion on this. Hidden painting!
Found at your studio, notable for the large palm in the foreground.
I imagine this coffee cup was for guests to use.
Guess?
The police already analyzed this cup too?
Yeah.
And a trace of poison was found on that cup. So the killer was after Drew Misham alone. Ah, that's the victim's coffee mug.
Aha! So the poison was in here. This is my first time seeing a real poison mug of coffee.
I would hope so. Poison coffee? Not exactly, actually. What do you mean? No traces of poison were found in the coffee.
What?
You'll have to figure out the rest yourself. I'm officially not on your side, after all. Coffee mug! The victim's last cup of coffee. The side of the cup reads Misham.
Misham Jewelers. Your jewelers for life.
There we go. Look at that.
Hey, look there. That stain doesn't look so healthy, Apollo. That must be the Blue Mountain stuff we've been hearing about.
Something tells me that even Blue Mountain coffee is in this blue. Well, the stain is probably... let's ask him. Blue Jedi milk.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind taking a closer look at those paintings. I just love oils. You know how they're so thick? Is that the word?
These paints are all dry. I'm just surprised at how different these all are.
Yeah, what's going on with this half-finished one?
It's been a work in progress. You can still see the rough sketch below.
That's what's so weird. The sketch part doesn't really fit the finished parts.
I noticed. That is weird.
Ugh! Apollo! That's where the body was!
Oh, okay. That's the spot where Mr. Drew Misham passed away. He put the coffee mug to his lips, and in the next moment...
Dead.
There was quite a bit of paint on the ground. Did I have painted painting there? He must have been working on that right up till the moment he died.
Wow! A true artist to the end.
Or maybe he started a year ago and was procrastinating.
That letterbox looks funny sitting inside a room like this.
Let's take a look. Empty. The other half of the letterbox is actually connected to the outside of the studio. Mr. Misham would put his letters in there, and the postman took them away.
Impressive that someone still writes letters in this day and age. Or wrote, rather.
Then I gotta look over here. Let's take a closer look at this desk here. So this is Drew Misham.
And this little girl must be Vera.
Yes, they took that some years ago. They look close. A happy little family. Until you arrested his daughter. Look, I was personally against that, okay? She just didn't seem very suspicious, scientifically speaking. Uh-huh, right.
Ooh, cute! Look at the tiny frame, Apollo.
Tiny is right. That thing's barely 2 inches high. Picture would fit in that.
Not apparently. It's empty.
There's no glass in it either. What's it doing sitting on the desk?
This is a lesson for us all. Be sure to check the size when you buy frames.
The envelope has been opened and resealed.
Ooh, I know how to do that. You take a pot of boiling water and hold the envelope up to the steam. The glue melts and it opens. Cool, huh?
Whoever did this wasn't so delicate.
Right. Looks like they just ripped it open and stuck it back together. Huh? The postmark on this letter is from 7 years ago.
How would someone open a letter, then steal it again? I better hang on to this. Red envelope found in the victim's desk drawer and appears to have been opened once and resealed. Let's look at it.
Apollo, look! It's been opened once here.
Right. I wonder if there's some way we can see what's inside.
Should I try to get it open and then stick it back shut?
Let's not tamper with the evidence, shall we? I've got a better idea.
Emma! Let's ask her.
I'm pretty sure that's everything. Emma, about this bug. There's a pale blue residue on the rim. Huh? That? Yes, well, it's just a rumor, but I've heard there's a kind of coffee called Blue Mountain. I'm pretty sure it isn't actually blue, Emma. Right. Okay, you got me. That's left over from my testing spray.
Forensic science. I knew your hobby was behind this somehow, Emma.
It's not a hobby.
So what kind of scientific stuff were you up to?
The spray. That's what. It turns blue when it touches poison. So the poison that killed the victim was on this mug? That's right. See? It wasn't in the coffee. The killer applied it to the rim of the mug itself.
Wow, science is amazing.
It certainly is helpful. Maybe Emma will be willing to help us out a bit more.
You should try buttering her up, Apollo. They say flattery will get you everywhere.
It's certainly worth talking to her a bit more. I bet Emma could help us out here.
Don't forget, flattery will get you everywhere with her, Apollo.
Huh? What are you two whispering about? Well, I was thinking. I mean, what is it we always do when we run into you at a crime scene? What is it we always do? Scientifically? Huh, you know me too well. Okay. Okay? Meaning we can get, scientific now? Well, I suppose. Just this once. Bring me anything you find suspicious and we'll check it out. Emma, about this. Oh, that. Yes, why, that's a bright red envelope. You sure it's jumping?
Someone opened this, didn't they?
Oh, let me drink water. My lips are sealed. Your lips are sealed? That's a first. You mean you know what's inside the envelope? Sure. I read it after all.
Ah, you mean you're the one who ripped this open?
Ha! Please! I would have steamed it open. But she did sneak a peek at it, apparently. Know that I have a powerful weapon on my side.
Weapon?
Yes, the use of tools. Highly specialized tools for information gathering. Tools I wouldn't mind getting my hands on.
You should try flattering her, Apollo. They say a little praise can open big doors.
Never heard that one, but it's good advice. Let's try talking to him some more. About that envelope we found. I was wondering if you could help us out with that tool you were mentioning. Hehehe. You want to know about my tool, do you? It's called an X-ray analyzer.
X-ray? Like the X-rays you get at the dentist?
That's right. At least, that's what I call it.
Huh?
It has a real name, but it's much more complicated. The X-ray spectralization, whatever. Something. How am I supposed to remember all that?
So basically, it lets you see inside things, like envelopes.
That's right. You're sharp, Juicy. But it's a bit more complicated than that. In practice, of course. Actually, to tell the truth, I'm not really sure how it works, scientifically.
Can I try it out, Emma? Please?
Oh, I suppose. Of course, I've already checked out everything suspicious myself.
Alright, let's give it a spin, Apollo.
Ah! What are you doing?
Oh, just seeing if I could see through your hair, but it's like lead.
Put that thing at me anymore, it might fall out!
Then it wouldn't need any X-ray machine to see through it.
Let's just get down to business, shall we? Right, let's test it on a sample first. It just so happens I have a lottery ticket here. You set the sample in the device like so. I don't see anything. Patience! There's no need to get all antsy. Look at the right side of the screen. That's the layer view of the envelope.
Layer view?
You've got it set to display the outside of the envelope now, see? Actually, it's quicker to just have you give it a try. Turn that dial there with... For me, would you? That's right. That's how you choose what depth you want to scan.
Hey, I got something.
See? That's how you can read the letters on the ticket inside. Cool, huh? Except, I can't read them. Just turn it down a little more. What you have to understand is that a sheet of paper isn't really flat at all. When you zoom in that much, you see that paper is like a bunch of hills and valleys.
Wow, really?
This X-ray device uses a beam with a wavelength of only 0.05 microns. It breaks cards down into thin layers, so it can only show what's written on that layer. I'm not entirely following you, but what good is it if you can't read anything? That's why we go on to step 2. Try rubbing the image a bit, if you would.
Rubbing? Like going over the image with... while holding...
Okay. There! That fixes the image on the screen. Now turn the dial again, just a little. Good. Now you can rub this image to fix it too.
Hey, I get it. We just keep doing this until we've got the whole thing.
Exactly. Not bad.
Neat. Let's do some more.
Well. Yeah. Okay, let's put this one out.
Woohoo! I'm a big winner.
Ahaha! See? This is the true hidden power of my weapon. Neat, huh? Now let's try it out on the real thing, shall we? Gotta do some science. Alright, let's put this one out. Dear Mr. Drew Bishop, I deposited $100,000 in a designated account. Please send a receipt once you've confirmed the transfer.
Someone deposited $100,000 into Mr. Misham's account? These paintings must be really valuable.
There's another page in there. Care to take a look?
I bet I do. If you're gonna read someone's mail, you might as well read it all.
Here goes with the second page then. Right, let's print this one out. Sign the papers and send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days. I need not remind you to speak of this to no one.
So it was a letter about payment for one of his paintings.
Why all the secrecy, though? And
And what?
why was this letter the only one in here? It's 7 years old, right?
Maybe it had some special significance to him. Well, Emma?
Well, indeed. She knows something she's not telling us. Looks like she's keeping mum about it. Keeping mum? Alright, what am I doing now? That's the wrong thing. I think I showed the bug again. Okay, yeah, we're good, we got it. Yep. Alright, there we go. Now we're here. This spray, that's what. It's in the blue. Yep. Are we good? Yep. Okay, there we go. Now we're here. About the poison analysis. I was afraid you were going to ask about that. See, the solution is used to test for atriquinine.
Huh?
Atriquinine, the deadly poison found in the autopsy. Uh-oh. I know that's broken in eyes. Just getting excited. Let's tread lightly. It's one of the most virulent poisons. That's the perfect word I would use. But it's absorbed into the body astonishingly slowly. It takes at least 15 minutes from the time of ingestion for adverse effects to show. Oh, and guess what? Recent research has shown... That's fine, really. We don't need to know all the gory details.
I think I get it. You just spray the stuff on something you want to test, right?
Precisely. You can find even the slightest trace of poison with this.
I want to try too, Emma. Pretty please.
You don't have to ask twice. I already used it on everything suspicious, of course.
Yay, let's give it a whirl, Apollo.
Ah! What are you doing?
I'm just seeing if I got a reaction off of you.
How's this for a reaction? Never do that again! I'm not poisonous!
Tell that to those hapless witnesses on the stand.
Let's just get down to checking for real poison, shall we? Okay, well... Where is it? Where is it? I thought for sure it's gonna be around here on the desk. Am I insane? Am I insane? Am I just not perfect on it? Am I just not perfect on it? What am I not doing? Get ready to line.
Oh. Too bad. No reaction there.
I'm sure Emma checked out all the likely spots. Wait a second.
What is it, Apollo?
Did you spray that little desk over there?
I don't think so. The spray probably can't reach that far, you know?
Let's check it out, just to be sure. Alright, there we go. Now we can spray this thing.
A reaction, Apollo.
Ah! Where? Where?
The inside of that cute little frame. Look.
Well, would you look at that? Nice going, Juicy.
I'm known to work magic.
Never mind that I was the one who found it. Cat just destroys everything.
This is like the same blue goo from Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed.
Yeah, that's what it is. Alright, tiny frame! Frame measuring 2 inches by 2 inches. Bears tracing of the deadly poison, atriquinine.
Atriquinine.
Why would the inside of that frame have poison on it? It looks like we found the only other place that was poisoned in any case. So Emma, I was wondering, what's the story about this reporter that came here for a story the night of the crime? I'm afraid I can't tell you because he's going to be a witness tomorrow, I hear.
I thought so.
I'll never forget that face. What was his name? Oh, right. Brushel.
Brushel.
He's after a scoop to sell to the papers. So a reporter comes for an interview with a painter. His first interview ever, and that night he's killed. Seems strange to you?
Really strange.
It does raise a few questions. I'd like to speak with this reporter if I could. Well, I hear he's on the beat today, too. He said something about covering a magician. Magician? Well, if it's not Trucy, then that leaves only one other person.
It wasn't Valant Grammarier by any chance, was it?
Yeah, something like that. He's got some big show lined up here. So he's out interviewing Valant Grammarier. Looks like I'll be heading out to that Coliseum again sooner than I thought. Yeah, I'll give you the reporter's card if you want.
Brushel's card. This business card reads Spark Brushel, freelance journalist.
Alright. Okay.
This is it, Apollo. The place where magic and dreams converge.
Just a while ago was the place where murder and nightmares converged.
Let's go say hi to Uncle Volant.
What about the case?
Only a performer laughs like that.
The young Miss Trucy! How often I hope we meet again, only to tell myself it was an impossible dream!
Uncle Volant, how's it going? I'm glad to see you too.
Of course you are. Humility is definitely not one of his stronger traits. Well, Miss Trucy, how does the day find you? If you come to give me flowers, do it after the show, I beg you.
Actually, we came to wish you good luck. And congratulations on your big magic show.
Oh? But it is I who wish to congratulate you. Not everyone is so lucky as to witness miracles, such as the ones I shall perform. Yeah, you're amazing. We get the picture. The world will match in the wonderment as magnificent illusions are reborn, here on stage by my hand. A challenge, is it? You want me to make that disappear? Very well, give it to me. No thanks. All magicians like this.
Apollo, what was that look just now?
I was just thinking how hard it is to get any information out of a magician.
Everyone's talking about the big magic show. Is it true that the Gramarye Miracle is back after a 7-year absence?
Miss Trucy, I must apologize. The show and his honor should have been his.
Daddy.
My co-magician in training's at Gramarye. If that terrible thing hadn't...
It's okay.
Your father was a great magician, Trucy. If he were alive, then I, Ronald Gramarye, would have been proud to stand upon this stage as his assistant.
Thanks, Uncle Volant. You know, I'm happy you're doing the show. To think we get to see the great the great Magnifi's illusions again.
She really is looking forward to this, isn't she? My mentor, the magnificent Magnifi Gramarye, was a true deity among magicians. A creator god who gave birth to magic illusions that defied our very imaginations.
I was so little when I last saw one, but I still remember his shows. He did wheelies in a sports car through the air above the audience, and then sped off to outer space faster than the speed of sound.
I'm guessing that memory was a bit embellished. For 7 long years, the world has been waiting for a miracle to match his. As heir to the Gramarye True Secrets, it falls to me to provide one. It is my God-given destiny! Yes! You, Nameless Face, who speaks for the Nameless Masses. How can I help you? If the world was waiting, why did you hold off for 7 long years? Appears the lad is uninformed. Perhaps you have heard of the magic known as law, which governs our land? I have, though I'm not sure it qualifies as magic. The performance of Magnifi's miracle was impossible. A certain law prevented it for 7 years, but no more! 7 years? That face sure likes to pop up, doesn't it?
And why was that?
A little matter called performance rights, Miss Trucy.
Can you tell us about these performance rights?
Magnifi's magic relied on an incredibly innovative idea. A trick, if you will. That trick was considered his property, and as such was protected by property laws. Intellectual property, maybe? Magnifi knew this and bequeathed it in his will to one person. You mean him? Yes, Miss Trucy, it was your father. Zack Gramarye was the inheritor of the Gramarye Miracle.
Daddy.
Yet, as you well know, he is gone. He disappeared suddenly 7 years ago. I think I see where the story is going. Once a person is classified missing for a certain period of time, they are considered legally deceased, correct? In all absoluteness, those rolled-up sleeves concealed your competence well, young man. That certain period of time of which you speak is 7 years. Yes, Miss Trucy. Though it pains me to say it, this past spring, April to be precise, was the time your father was legally declared deceased. In the absence of a formal will, the secrets of our mighty mentor, Magnifi, passed to me. This was, in fact, stipulated in the will by Magnifi himself.
Is that how it works, Apollo?
Yeah, it's called death in absentia. Absentia. Jesus. He's declared missing. Permanently.
Daddy.
So a journalist was here on the story. All eyes on in the universe upon my stage. All pens seek to commit its mysteries to paper.
His name was Brushel.
Brushel. Brushel. Brushel. Brushel.
I think he remembers him.
He doesn't look too happy about it. Brushel. That cloying smell of mint when he smiles. Yes.
Could you tell us more about him? What did he want?
A man by the name called on me just now. Just now? Valant's vision is always toward tomorrow. Valant's feet stepped always forward. That is all.
That's all? Very confusing.
I am to perform a big magic show, yes. I wanted someone to cover it. Yet, he had ears only for that incident. That incident? In any case, I requested that the rapacious reporter remove himself. So a painter has died. What of it? It is but a footnote in the footlights compared to the great magic of Gramarye.
Uncle Valant, do you know where the reporter went?
I recommend he visited that place popular with penalized perpetrators. The detention center? He was a rude individual. Might I see that card? Sure. He would teleport my respectability. I would teleport him!
Oh, here it comes, Apollo. Uncle Valant's big magic trick.
Is he going to fix the card? Not sure that qualifies as big magic.
What happened to the big magic?
It is not more miraculous for it to stay ripped. You must have really not liked that journalist. Alright, am I going to go to the detention center in?
That makes sense.
I think I've watched this episode of Apologize to make sure like, subscribe, and a bit of a 5 day. Cheers.
Every single day.
Bye-bye.